Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Thank you so much for joining me here. Taking a quick look here at Chainlink, seeing what's going on with this guy. It's actually looking pretty darn good, and I'll explain why. There's a lot of different reasons why that should be the case here, and we might actually experience a liquidity sweep and the price action breaking through this most recent high. Again, we could very well see 1730 or higher. We'll talk about that and much more. So if you're new to the channel, just know I'm not a financial advisor. I do love to teach people to trade, and I hope you can learn something today. Again, quickly to note, if you want to become a better trader, cryptocash.tech is a site linked down below. Trading Academy Communities and Signals Group, we did just take some massive profit on SKL, 153% in 4 trading days. ARB, 1 month, 125. OP, 150 in 15 days. Matic, 1 month, 7 days, 102. So again, these are swing trades, folks. They hit quick or they hit in the distance. It's definitely something that's awesome. So again, the graph, 3.5 trading days for a second target. A lot of these trades still have remaining targets available too, so it's awesome stuff. Check that out. And again, Premium Plus is more so like a scalping bot that I have created that pretty much scalps the heck out of the Link, Litecoin, AVAX, ETH, BNB, and Solana. Okay, so we got some trading pairs over there as well. All right, anyways, check that out. I just like to cover that because I get the question pretty much 20 times a day. So I figure I cover that in most of my videos so you can kind of see how fun it is. There are limited slots available, so just quick heads up, you might want to check that out sooner than later. Okay, so with Link, daily time frame, let's talk about that in a minute. Let's look at this here first. This is, wow, look at these shorts. This is why I say don't short the market, folks. We're not in a market right now to be able to sustain shorts, okay? So if you're in a situation right now where you're trying to short Link, you might want to rethink things, okay? Because again, we're going to talk about previous liquidity levels that need to be swept. But more importantly here, there is a massive amount of shorts that got smashed at $16 even. We can also see a lot more new shorts here. Again, these guys never stop. 1685. I swear, people have just this itchy trigger finger. Like I have to be in the market all day, every day. Man, I haven't sent a signal in like 3 or 4 days, and I'm perfectly fine with that because we're reaping the benefits days later, right? Again, different strategies for different scenarios, but if you're trying to constantly jump in and out of the market, you're probably doing it wrong. Day trading is another story altogether. Don't get me wrong. I'm referring more so to swing trading, but this chart here pretty much tells us the price is more likely to go up than down. We do have some leverage, of course, at $14 even, so there is some liquidation potential at 14, but we're way closer to this new $17 mark, and there's a much higher probability the price action hits that level first, okay? So we'll talk about that. So again, this is that upper liquidity level that we just saw. Lower liquidity level is in the $14 range, right in this range here. So which one do you think will happen first? Okay, whichever one's closest typically occurs first, right? And again, it's not like it's a guarantee, but it's a strong probability. We just hit a 5 on TD sequential, but we're now up to a 1 with this nice little reset. So we're perfectly consolidated. We got this perfect little base here, and there's a strong chance we're going to see the price continue higher. Let's talk about why. First of all, we're up over 50 on the RSI. We have been for a few days. This is fantastic. We like to see that. Stochastic RSI swinging up for another convergence, if you will. We can also see MACD is also converging, where we were supposed to get an MACD divergence. We got an MACD FU instead. Price goes up. Okay, fantastic situations here. Daily time frame looks phenomenal. Okay, so I'm really excited about this because again, a good daily time frame gives me confidence in taking a shorter time frame trade. In other words, I'm cool with taking a swing trade or perhaps even a scalp, if you will, when I understand the daily time frame is moving the direction I want it to go. Okay, and I'm referring, of course, to a long position, not necessarily a short. Because again, the premise here is that you should not short the market. It's a terrible idea. Do not do it. Okay, I'm sorry. I feel like a jerk having to say that every video, but man, some people are just so insistent, and then like later I hear, "Oh, I got wrecked on a short." It's so crazy. It's almost humorous, but I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you, if you will, because if you're learning from your mistakes, you're growing, and that's the important thing. So 4-hour time frame, we are in a precarious situation here. Let's talk about that. So first of all, stochastic RSI is swinging upwards, up over 50 on the RSI. Excellent factors. Money flow index is high. MACD is converging. Super cool. We also are broke through this most recent high here as well, reaffirming the fact that if it comes back down, we should see that as a new low. So all in all, everything's looking really good. So I misspoke when I said precarious situation because this is nothing terrible at all. This is awesome, actually. It just looked a little funky at first, but when we look at the oscillators, everything else, they're all forgiving, positive, contributing factors. Massive amount of volume. All the moving averages are hanging out in this volume profile. That's exactly what you want to see, okay? So Chainlink is really convincing me to want to take a trade right now. And again, you got to recognize, I analyze 30, 40, 50 coins a day, okay? I might find 1 or 2 good opportunities, and even still, I may not even take them. I look for reasons not to take a trade. That's basically what I'm doing all day. In this case here, though, we've seen 0 reasons not to take a trade. However, I do see an overextension here on the hourly, which could be cause for concern for some, whereas we're at a 9 plus 3 or 4, but with us consolidating nicely at this range here and breaking above the previous resistance level, I think $16 would be a decent consideration for an entry. Okay, so let's talk about that here. So for example, if we're looking at the cloud, first things first, we're all green lights there, everything's fantastic. The cloud is consolidating right there at about 1560, which is great. It's right there at the previous resistance / new support level. So between 1560 and $16 would be probably an appropriate entry. And if we take a look here, even though we're overextended, we could pull back. We may not, because we're not like monstrously overextended. This is just kind of like a strong push. Again, that is actually pretty good continuation. 12% in like 9 hours. That's quite a lot. So why don't we look at Elliott Wave and kind of just see if the price does end up pulling back, what does that look like? Okay, so let's go ahead and get these new fibs up here. We'll just kind of see what that looks like here and just give you some perspective on big picture. I'll post this on our playout charts here, which I always provide in my Twitter, Telegram, and Discord. So again, this is a worst case scenario, but it speaks to what we've talked about here recently with this most recent high. Take a look at this guy here. Pretty close to that level there at about 1580. And ultimately we're looking very, very strong for that 1580 bounce if the price does pull back. We may not even see it come down that low, but that would be a good, sorry, I misspoke, 1590. 1590 would be probably a really good consideration for a long. So that's kind of what I'm looking at here. I'm going to go ahead and set an alert and just consider an entry at that level. And if it comes down lower, so be it. I'll maybe consider multiple entries. But generally speaking, coins that perform like this, it may seem kind of contradictory. It's overextended on the shorter time frames, right? But everything on the daily, everything on the 4 hours telling us we're good to go. We have a green light on everything, and we broke through this most recent high scenario. Okay, when we have situations like that and the fibs are looking good and we have this nice little Elliott Wave bounce, all these things are positive contributing factors, things that I look for. Okay, so to me, an entry with Chainlink here in the near future would be a strong recommendation for a long. I do not recommend shorts at this point at all. There's not even a single sign telling us it wants to pull back, minus the overextension on the hourly, which we can see here already. Taking a quick look at the 15-minute time frame, let's look at our CC Gold indicator. We can see we don't have any new entry signals. We got some previous ones in the low 1477 range. Okay, it has already given us a sell signal here, which is a good sign. Basically, it just means that we are, again, overextended. So if you want to wait for a pullback to this lower level, it wouldn't be the worst consideration ever. But to me, averaging into a position like this would make the most sense, and it does seem like it's very has a stronger propensity for further upside than downside. That's basically what I'm seeing here. So again, awesome stuff here for Chainlink. This has my stamp of approval for a long position in the $15.60 to $16 range as a rough estimate. Possibly even now if you do consider averaging your position in on the way down. Okay, which is again what we do in most cases. I like to set multiple entry targets to ensure we maybe do a 33% fill for each target or 50 to 50, and then the price goes out from there. Okay, it doesn't always work out that way, but for the most part it does. I mean, what we're like 97% accuracy for the month so far. If you're not sure about that or you're curious, jump on over to our Twitter, Telegram, or Discord. We got some month-to-date averages there. That's up to the 18th. We've taken 2,600% up to the 18th so far, so it's been a damn good month for us. Thanks again for the awesome feedback, everyone. Oh, last thing but not least, of course, be sure to check this out. Fantastic exchange. Our community members are loving these guys, and I love them too, of course. That's why I recommended them, but they are effectively significant benefit rewards. No KYC, no VPN. Use the link down below to register. If you register before the end of the year, you get some nice benefit rewards. Just make sure you use that soon if you can, if you're considering it. Okay. Again, you don't have to, but why not have a good exchange that doesn't require KYC or VPN? It's really cool. Thanks again for joining me here. Have a great rest of the day. We'll see you in the next one.